Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly drunk.
Mostly Always encouraged, but never mandatory. I am Jedi Master Grayson, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing mostly good. How are you doing?
I am great, man. I'm feeling good about tonight's show. So many exciting things to talk about. We are talking comic books. We are talking Daredevil Born Again. We're talking the Righteous Gemstones. And as always, we're talking shit.
Mostly shit.
But shit talk is always better with friends. Obviously. That's what we love doing here. Guys, make sure to chime in the chat if you want to join in on the conversation. And we are joined, as always, by he's basically family, but y'all just hate him because he's light skinned. Tangers. What's going on, man?
How's it going? Not much. I refound and love this shirt because it's
what's going on there?
Jurassic Park. But the way the shirt's made reminds me of the color scheme and everything gives me like Legends of the Hidden Temple vibes. So it's like Legends of the Hidden Jurassic Park, and that makes me happy.
Legends of the Hidden Jurassic Park. I love it. You were part of the Gold Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know, but like kids got like really fucked up on that show.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, no.
I saw a YouTube video.
Like they got hurt bad.
What is it? Something Land? Does it?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name.
No, it doesn't matter. They don't pay for this show. So
great YouTube channel.
Great YouTube.
Can't remember that name.
That's where they got the theme park, the documentary about that theme park that was like killing people and people.
Class Action Park.
Right, yeah, Class Action Park. Yeah.
So that documentary came from the YouTube
best
channel.
quote from that documentary. Oof. The best quote from that documentary is, "Man, you should never be the poor bastard that's the second guy to die in the wave pool."
Yeah.
Shout out to Lil Frothy. Lil Frothy said, "What?" Yeah. Theme parks and Disney shows and Nickelodeon shows. They were a hotbed for bad shit happening to people.
And real quick, I just want to suggest that you guys peruse through our merchandise store where you can find hats, hoodies, shirts, mugs, and all kinds of cool stuff with our stupid name on it. Just go over to the store tab on the YouTube channel, the Drunk Banthas YouTube channel, and you can find some cool merch, some cool shirts. I got some hats.
And if you're on NerdsatNite, you can go over there to do the same thing, and you get them T-pins and them Barbenheimer shirts. I saw one of those today. Barbenheimer shirts is in there. That's I didn't know that was in there. I was like, ooh, might have to get me one of them crop top sweaters.
Yeah, that'd be clean. Sweater.
Yeah, one of them crop top hoodies.
Yeah, I've seen those.
That's what I was looking for. If y'all got any crop top hoodies out there, send them to your boy. I'm looking for one.
Yeah, that's sexy. It's just in time for springtime.
I'll send y'all my P.O. box.
And also want to remind you guys to tune in every Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific time to check out the Bantha Bunch. Bill, what are you guys going to be talking about?
We're going to be talking about, I don't know. It's a roulette right now.
Okay.
I'm either going to be talking about
Hollywood Demon.
Devil. What? Who's a demon?
Hollywood Demons on Max.
Oh, what is that? Send it to me.
Oh yeah, that's the one about terrible.
There are 2 episodes out so far. Yes.
You gotta send it to me.
The first episode, I'll send it in the chat. The first episode is about how the dad from Seventh Heaven really loves his and all children in an inappropriate way.
Yeah,
he's admitted it multiple times. And then last week's episode was about child stars who grew up and go crazy. You guys know the kid from Blank Check?
Yeah.
He grew up, got way into pills. Someone decided to copy his copious amount of tattoos and then go around committing crimes in his name. And now he's the guitarist for the Ataris.
Oh, okay.
And tomorrow's episode is about the Power Rangers. Fun fact, one of them killed a dude.
Oh, yeah, we know about that one.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil that one. I like that. I'm going to probably. So, yeah, there you go. Russian roulette. Who knows? Oh, yeah, the other one. The other one's going to be. The other one's going to be Devil May Cry.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if
I should have just dropped.
I don't know if I'm going to save that one for next Thursday because I'm going to do a pre-recorded episode. Oh, wait. No, I didn't have to do a pre-recorded episode anymore, did I?
Are you aware?
Well, if we're going to see Sinners next week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, yeah.
Oh,
Well, so, yeah. I still have to do a pre-recorded episode. So, yeah, there we go.
Are you aware there's already a Devil May Cry anime?
Yeah, but there's a new one coming out on. Yeah, but there's a new one.
I'm excited for the
out,
Netflix one. Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, oh, I'm dope. It was one of my favorite video games growing up.
Hell yeah.
It looks pretty damn good.
It's just I can't
the animation alone looks phenomenal.
Exactly. So y'all check that out on Thursday if you can.
Yeah.
Come and join us. It's pretty crazy. 7:15 p.m. Pacific time. It's the second best show in late night. This is the best show in late night right here.
Yeah, the ratings show that. I'm looking at them right now. Yep, they're saying we're number one.
It's not about ratings. You didn't hear? NBA and all that, they get money and they don't even be getting no ratings. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
None of that. Nobody watches TV. You watch YouTube.
Yeah, right here on the best show in late night. And guys, check out the Bantha Bunch on Thursday. See what Bill's going to be talking about. But in the meantime, in between time, let's mosey on down to Jeff's comic book corner. Jeff, what are we talking about?
Mosey on down to Jeff comic book corner.
We got a crazy
That's how you said
Daredevil story last week.
This week we are hopping over to The Shadow. This one was a 6-part miniseries released in 2017. And if you're familiar with The Shadow, shit gets crazy. It's not let's just say it's not going to be a very child-friendly book. So this one released by Dynamite Comics. Like I said, it was a 6-part miniseries. I think I read it in like 2018. But it came out in 2017, and it's a really interesting one. One of the cool things, in my personal opinion, is so a lot of comic books do different variant covers. This one puts them in the book. So you can see all the different covers with obviously some really classic, iconic The Shadow artwork. But also a cool thing about that is it then lets other artists who aren't necessarily artists on the book show off some of their stuff too. So yeah, just that. And The Shadow's dope. So at least I think so. So anyway, this one starts with just this doctor. She's sitting there and literally it starts with her just saying, I met him once. And she starts talking and she just keeps going on and on about this guy. And she's like, hey, hang on. Hey, try not to talk. I'm just like, I'm telling you a story while I'm trying to help you out here. And she's like taking bandages off him and stuff. And she starts talking about how she met him and she calls it a formative experience. And she's like, and like I said, you can see her literally pulling bloody gauze and bandages off of this guy while she's talking about like, I was a normal kid. It was a normal day. My parents had my whole life planned out for me. And then, things changed. When one day, 2 of her classmates, they brought guns to school, and it got bad fast. They were school shooters. I'm just gonna throw this one out here real quick. I didn't put the worst pictures in this, so like this book is bloody. But so she's narrating just this idea of like, being here, being lost in this situation, and like how terrified she obviously is. And she's talking about like, oh, they're running around. They're the nice guys, tired of finishing last. I really like it. She calls them snowflakes, and then says that they're just throwing a temper tantrum. And these kids are running around and just trying to take everyone out, get their heroic last stand. And then she goes, but they wanted to get shot. They wanted that heroic last stand with the police. And she goes, do you know what's the worst thing you can do like that? The word in Bulletin Bantha, you can laugh at them. And then as we see that laughter peeling through the background while one of the kids looks away. And then shockingly out of the shadows, the shadow shows up just shooting them. And she's sitting there and she's talking and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Was that a little too rough? I'll try and be a bit softer. You see this and that she is telling this story to as she's taking all of this gauze and wrapping off him. And he is horribly burned. I mean, like his entire body is just covered in burns. And she goes like, I'm so sorry. But she goes, but you know what? The pain's actually, it's kind of a good thing. It means, your body's working again. And like, it means you can still feel things. And like, he starts being like, oh, and she's like, oh, stop fussing. And I love it. She goes, it's not the first burnt junk I've seen, nor the worst. Working here, you'll see all sorts. Hear them too. And then she starts talking. She's like, I've heard screams that'll tear your heart. I've heard like sighs as a mother's crying out for her child. I've heard a child crying. She's like, but do you know, nothing I've heard here, not a single thing is nearly so bad as that laugh. And then she starts talking about how the first off, it's the laugh of the shadow. That was just, she's like, it was the worst thing I've ever heard. And she starts talking about like some interesting points. She's like, what the weird thing is, like, they say that like he's been around since the 30s. Did you know that? She's like, he's like, he's gang busting, spy catching, and, going out throughout the world in all these different eras. And yet that laugh and the terror, it was always the same, they say. Like, that was the one thing that never changed. He's been doing this for over a century, and that laugh has never changed. And then she's just talking about, and I was there when he was laughing like that as he was taking out these kids. And she starts talking. She says, I looked him up after everything. She's like, I looked him up like a lot. And she says, listen, my little sister, she used to read comic books. She read Batman, Captain America, Wonder Woman. And you know what? They all came later. They all came way after the Shadow. And she was talking about like, they would hit people and they would hurt them, but like they still got to be the good guys, the role models. And she's talking about, and she makes a good point, like they got like these little loopholes. Like the villains, everything's so exaggerated, so it's okay to hit them. Or, well, we didn't hit him too hard, so it's okay. And she's like, so, like with Batman, with Captain America, and she's like, so you don't notice that like these, that those good guys are actually just gangsters, they're out there pretending to be anything but heroes. And she's like, but not him. And then she goes back to her story, and and we see like the kid shooting at the Shadow and nothing. Doesn't faze him at all. Then the Shadow shoots at him and it does something. And his hand is gone, just completely missing. And then like one kid's standing there like on his knees looking at his hand while the other one's like, what are you doing? Like, how'd you? And the Shadow gets down and looks him in the face and he says, you're powerless. You know what? That's your story. You're powerless. He goes, you were born to a privilege you neither deserved nor noticed. And as the world improves for those beneath you, your empire erodes. You have no idea you began life on a pedestal. And so you invent your sad little story of alienation. But you are not alienated. You know this. You are not persecuted. What you truly rage against is your own mediocrity. And in your unimaginative floundering, the only remedy you can find to all that ails you is to make destruction into a performance. And he's just tearing them apart. And then he goes like, you want to know a secret? I know how you feel. I know all of it. And then he grabs this one kid and holds him up to his face. And he stares at him, and he's got these telepathic powers. So the kid is fucking horrified. He sees just insects crawling all over him. He sees, the shadow. All he can see is his two red little pinpricks of light. No, before this picture. Two little red pinpricks of light where his eyes are supposed to be. And then there's a skull hanging out behind them, and it terrifies the kid. And while that's happening, the other kid stands up. He's like, "Screw! Nobody understands us!" And he pulls a gun on the shadow, and the shadow just turns and he shoots him. And he goes, "On the contrary, who knows what evil lurks in the heart of man?" And then he just laughs as he disappears, and the police bust in. And then from there it cuts back to the present day, where we've got the doctor talking again. She's like, "The shadow knows." And she's just going on and on while she's still like peeling all of these bandages off him. She's like, that kid he killed, he got like fame in a Wikipedia page and notoriety. And he goes, "But the other one, the other kid." And we see him getting loaded into a stretcher. And he's like, the kid screaming, "Bodies and souls, it's all made of the people. It moves. Can't you see that it moves?" And he is fully fucking freaking out. And then back in the modern and current time, she's saying the kid went completely fucking nuts. He's still in a nut house down the street. She's like, "I hope he fucking rots there." So, she's talking a little more, and she's like, "Okay, almost done. Why don't we put on some TV? Drown out nothing worse than silence." And then she's like, "Ugh, maybe not." And this is where I thought this comic went from good to great. Because remember, this came out in 2017. And it's a little hard to read, but what the TV says is 100 days into presidency, POTUS slams media untruths. And then she keeps flicking through. She's like, "God, we'll see what else is on." She's flicking through channels, and she's like, "Ugh, we get so hung up on all these crazy villains with their over-the-top schemes," and she's flicking through the channels, so absorbed by our flashy icons and their meaningless struggles. And she flicks to the next one. She says that we didn't check to see who was writing the story. And interestingly enough, that last one, what the news is saying is media mogul appointed White House counselor. And she's like, "Oh God, forget all this. Who can keep up with this?" And eventually the guy is just like trying to like get something. He's trying to talk to her. He's like reaching for the bag and struggling to speak. She's like, what? And she's like, "Okay, I'll move your oxygen mask. What is it you're trying to say?" And he's like, "Why?" She's like, "What?" And he's like, "Why are you telling me this?" And she goes, "Really? You're still pretending, are you?" And I'm sorry. One thing I missed over before that part I was just talking about, she's mentioning how like no one's seen the shadow since that shooting. And like he's just been gone. And that's when in the next one he goes like, he's like, "Why are you telling this?" And she's like, "Are you still pretending? Still acting like you don't know?" And she goes, "Okay." She goes, "They said they found you right out front, right after the stroke of midnight. They said there were no prints, no DNA, no anything." And she goes, "But you know what? I know. I know that." She's like, being the bed bath expert and seeing that, I know. She says that there's an old man's wiener, barbecued or not. She's like, she's sitting there and they're like, they didn't think you were going to make it. They were just waiting for you to go into shock, but you didn't. And we see this scene when he was brought in, and he is worse than he is now. And he's just screaming. He's like, ah! And when he's not screaming in pain, he's just screaming, who knows? Who knows? And then the doctor said, like, they had to give you enough Haldol to put down King Kong. And even with that, it took 2 hours for it to work, to put you down. She goes, but you know what happened? Right before you slipped under, right when you were on that cusp of sleep, she says, that's when I heard it. And we see him getting wheeled away. And he's saying, in between saying, I know. He's just laughing, and he's laughing. And she goes, well, as a matter of fact, I know, mister. She goes, I know that laugh. Last time I heard it, I was staring down the barrel of a shotgun. And of the two, it's the laugh that gives me nightmares. She goes, come on, your secret's safe with me. You're him, aren't you? And he just looks at her and he's just, I don't remember. As he's just lying there covered in burns. And that's the end of the first issue of The Shadow. The Shadow knows. Dude, I love The Shadow. They should make a movie out of it or something. I wonder if a movie made out of The Shadow would even be any good. If it'd be worth watching.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that you asked, because we did do an episode Doesn't Hold Up on The Shadow with our buddy Laurent Reedus from Reedus 101 YouTube channel. You guys should check it out. It's a really fun discussion. He's way more into The Shadow than I thought.
And we did not know that.
The Shadow's got an insane history. It was originally meant to be just, a radio story. There's been 5 movies, multiple radio shows, comic books. He's had different powers depending on where you see him. It's insane. And like mentioned in this comic, he is supposed to be the same guy. Like, it's The Shadow. The Shadow is basically 100 years old. And there's reasons behind all of it.
Yeah, I remember Laurent Reedus. He was like a big fan of the radio show. He listened to that all the time when he was a kid. And I was like, you're the first person I've ever met who's ever said that.
Ever. And because we've heard of it and knew about the stuff. But
yeah.
Also, if you knew about that, you're probably 80. Maybe 80. Maybe around 80.
The only radio show that I can say I watched was an episode of Frasier where they did a very bad one.
Well, that comic seems really cool. I really like the artwork and the way that the story unfolds on who the Shadow is. And yeah, he's got a really cool aesthetic. I mean, I've always been a fan of the way he looks.
I'm always a fan of our anti-heroes in general. So especially when we get one that every once in a while it's fun, like a Batman in a cap. They are fun, but bro, the Shadow doesn't hold back. The Shadow is dark as shit.
Dark.
And he's a hero, but he's the hero that he fucking killed a kid.
Yeah.
The Shadow knows.
Yeah, the Shadow don't give a fuck is what he should be saying when he walks out.
Shout out to Laura. What up, Laura?
Yeah, what up, Laura? Thanks
Laura,
for
good to see you
show.
again. Thank you for saying so.
Welcome back to
another great installment of Just Comic Book Corner. Are we doing the next issue next week?
Yep. So next week we'll do issue 2. And since we only do the 2 issues, I will give a little more. I'll explain more of what happens in the other 5. I won't spoil it, but I'll just give a little more intrigue into it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm color me intrigued. I'm already very excited to see what's going to happen in the
Tickle
next
me
issue.
pink and color me intrigued.
But guys, let us know what you thought of this installment of Just Comic Book Corner. We're going to move on to our next topic of the night. There's a ring. You know what? It's probably a philosopher of the barbershop variety.
Did you invite him? Did you send him a text? No,
I didn't. He showed up anyway. Jesus. While he's here, might as well say, hey, what's up, Nime?
What's
What
good?
What's good?
How's it going, bud?
It's going well. Happy Monday to y'all.
Happy Monday. Wow, man.
Changes. Sorry, I had to say it.
Laura said, "What's up, guys? I'm heading out to walk my dog, but I wanted to let you know that I finished Moon Knight and I got bored." Yeah, same with me, Laura. I don't know.
Damn, it's still really boring even if you watch it all the way through at one time.
I'll say this, Laura. If you do read comic books, just like Google best Moon Knight storylines. 1, he's fucking hilarious. 2, he is clinically insane and way more violent. He's like on the Shadows level. And 3, there's a really cool storyline where he steals a bunch of heroes' power, including Iron Fist and Thor.
Steal.
Oh shit, that's pretty rad.
He's fucking powerful.
He's a supernatural motherfucking thief.
In the show, when they kept cutting away from his fight scenes, that was hard to watch.
I liked it as in a convention of the first episode. Like I really dug that pilot, and I was because it was like he doesn't really know what time he's missing, and like it's sort of a Tyler Durden situation. But then it just felt like that they were just using that as an excuse to not film fights.
Right? Oh, God. Okay, right here.
Yeah, and it just got really meandering at the end and way too complicated. It was disappointing.
Morgan.
Teen Just is the best show ever. It makes me feel so much more Christian to watch wholesome TV about Teen Just. Oh man, thank Uncle Baby Billy. I'm so glad.
If you know Morgan, God damn. That is such horseshit. Oh God damn! Sorry.
Always appreciate
what is Teen Just?
Oh man, we are going to get into the great new television show that's Teen Just. That's going to be our 4th topic of the night. Teen Just pilot episode. But
Mama told me not to.
Oh, gotcha.
I did anyway.
Oh man, I fucking love the music on that show. But can't wait to talk about Righteous Gemstones later on. But before we get into that, let's talk about that. Your favorite blind lawyer who beats the shit out of psychopaths.
I'm right. Thought you were talking about me at first. You know, without these, I'm basically blind. So.
Yeah, that's true. I'm similarly afflicted.
So you got me confused. I was sorry.
Daredevil, Born Again, episode 7, art for art's sake. Big conclusion, seemingly, to the Muse storyline. A lot of things are happening in this episode. Before we get into the nitty gritty, Nice, you just joined in on the conversation. What were your initial thoughts on this episode?
It was pretty cool, I guess. I think I don't know, just Muse is kind of just like a little bitch though. Like I really didn't like his I didn't like his like backstory and his like motivations, to be honest, but I did like the fight scene and yeah, we'll get into that.
I have some thoughts about Muse as well, the way he was depicted and how this episode turned out. But Teen Just, what did you think of this episode?
Changes.
About the same, not just Muse, but Cole North as well. Like they kind of just did a lot of characters real dirty compared to their comic book counterparts. I mean, Muse is way more complex. Like he's way more insane and complex than they made him out in this. They killed him off really quickly, which is making me think that this isn't the like he's either not the real Muse or there's another Muse or something like that. I don't know. I just feel like with a character as big as he is, to make it be like, well, we saw him get in 2 fights and then the girlfriend shot him. Seems yeah. But like I said, Cole North as well. Like they're just making him out to be Whisk's bitch. and or I'm sorry, Fisk's bitch, and no, not even no. He is he's a very stubborn character, but he's got a very strong sense of right and wrong, and he's a good cop. So like the fact that he was like going along with everything in this one really upset me.
Yeah, from what I've heard from his character, like about his character in the comics, him and Muse, it does seem like they're more dynamic in the comics. Like it seems like they're a little bit more deep and they have more interesting motivations. Muse specifically. I was like lukewarm on this episode. I liked a lot of things. Like the fight scenes are cool, and there's some emotional moments that like really hit. Like they like the show is still like really well written and well directed, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed how the Muse storyline wrapped up. Seems like kind of sudden. But what about you? What were your initial thoughts on this?
I'm going with oh, there we go. I'm going with Jeff on this one. I don't think Muse is dead.
I would like it if he wasn't. I was thinking that too.
I don't think Muse is dead. Well, look, this is the thing. So I don't have like you. I don't really have a problem with the episode either way. You know, maybe he is dead, maybe he ain't. But let's just say he is dead. Well, you know, only thing I really have a problem with this episode is that Heather didn't die. But we can get on to that a little later. But let's say
Hashtag kill Heather.
You know what? We might let's see where we feel. Let's see where we feel in Act 2. Let's see how we feel in a few minutes. But let's just say that she did. I mean that Muse does live, right? What if that's how he is made, or it is revealed that he is an Inhuman?
Well, I thought we said mutant. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying or mutant.
Yeah.
You know, what if that's how it's revealed? Because his power deals with blood, and his senses and like being able to just like pick up on everyone's sensory level on a sensory level. Well, his nose started bleeding in his last scene, and his power deals with blood. There was blood everywhere at the end of the episode. What if that's how he comes back, you know?
Yeah.
With the blood.
I will say, oh no, go ahead. I was just gonna say I would like it better if it turns out he's like a copycat of the real Muse or something, you know? If there's another Muse out there. I don't know why. I just feel like that would hit better. I also gotta say
that makes sense too.
Right. I also gotta say I agree with Fifth Bantha. They didn't add enough Goggins in this time for the Daredevil episode.
Yeah, I did. No, yeah, unfortunately, Walton Goggins was sorely missed in this episode of Daredevil. Yeah, I keep thinking he's Uncle Baby Billy's gonna make an appearance
one day. There will be a payday.
How great would it be? The last scene of the last episode, he just walks up to Matt and he just asks him to like borrow some money for a New York hot dog or some shit.
So hey, I'm just here. This is what the fans want.
What I thought was funny was that, you know, I like just caught up with 3 of the episodes. So there was like a tour last.
Yep.
Yeah. A tour.
Yeah, last week did the bank robbery and then the Muse episode.
Yeah, they dropped it.
They had a doo-doo last week. But I came to find out that like a lot of people didn't like the bank episode.
I loved that episode.
I was the other way around. I like the bank episode more than the second episode.
We were the other way around over here.
Yeah. Okay. So
we're the other way around.
IMDb disagrees with us though, because the bank episode got an 8.1 and the Muse episode from last week got an 8.8.
Well, some bitch.
Well, yeah, people like seeing that costume.
Bitch.
I think it was the costume, and I think it was Muse.
Yeah. I just don't believe that little kid was like actually murdering people like that, to be honest.
Yeah, America's favorite sad boy, Hunter Doohan. He was in Wednesday also playing a very.
That's where I know him from.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and
He's
I
the
felt
guy
like,
who you're like, where do I know him from? I know him from
yeah, at the beginning of
something.
the episode, we see recuperating Angela tells police that she was saved by Daredevil and directs them to Muse's lair. Kim reports to Fisk, who is angry that Daredevil has returned, that the primary suspect for Muse is a troubled young man named Bastion Cooper. Then we do see him later have a therapist session with Heather. And that was just kind of
therapist.
that kind of leads up to the climactic moment in the episode. And we kind of get this tease, like when he was talking about his dream that he had, where he was like as a child at his birthday, but no one else could see him. It seems like I'm hoping that this is more than just a metaphor. I'm hoping that this is more than just a metaphor for like how he's just an artist who wants to be seen. And it's more an allusion to, like you said, it's gonna be a reveal that he's a mutant, and that's like part of his powers. Because correct me if I'm wrong, that is like sensory deprivation or whatever. That's like part of his powers, right?
He can not only like see or hear, he can sense through other people's senses, but also take them for himself. So like he can really people that way, which like you're saying, that would fit in pretty spot on.
Okay, yeah, and it would have been really cool if that. I was like, oh man, that's kind of teasing a little bit of something. Oh no, he's dead. Heather shot him so many times.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. It seems too
convenient.
Too convenient.
Look,
he seemed to have super strength to me, and yeah, he does in the comic book. But he seemed to have super strength to me. He was whooping. He was technically whooping.
I like how they just like very unsubtly is like, yeah, I studied Taekwondo.
It's like, okay. Were you good at it? I can't tell. Like, your old
I know kung fu.
Not built for this.
But then, what do y'all think about his costume? Was way different than it was when we first saw him. I haven't heard anybody talk about that. He looked like he was doing steroids from the last fight that they had.
Well, I noticed it mostly around his eyes. Like the last time we saw him, like it was like it was almost like it was his eyes, and then like the costume was almost like his skin. And this, it was like a Spirit Halloween mask.
Yeah, this is, dude. This one, but also like look at his body, like his shoulders. His motherfucker is jacked. I was like, hold on, that wasn't
man for this.
And the blotch around his chest just seemed off too.
When he gets up and goes to the window, I was like,
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
I was like,
that's gotta be a body double or something.
Yeah, that was like, that's different. That's
also, wait, that scene with Matt in the fucking lair. Okay, really. He was able to feel the painting, and his senses are so good. It's like that feels like my girlfriend's face.
I forgot
you.
You know what? I allow it just because it does seem like there are several other pictures that he looked through that were flat, so that he couldn't read because they were like there weren't any indentions, and like it felt like when there was the thicker paint there, he was able to feel her face.
Blood.
Right.
I just also like the fact that he took his glove off at all. Dude, you're a lawyer. You should absolutely know better than to put your fingerprint on so many.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that's bad.
See, kids, that's why you got to remember to always just burn your finger.
Could he still do his Daredevil thing without his fingerprints? Or is that like...
I mean, that's a good question because like it's not just, his smell and his sense of smell and hearing. All of his other senses and sight are enhanced. So, I mean, I would think maybe. I don't know for a fact.
What's the fucking dude from number one? No, it's number one. It's number one from Umbrella Academy.
It looks like he should
really top heavy motherfucker.
It looks like his back should be wearing a bra.
Yes.
Yeah, we got a Brock Lesnar.
Ginormous, but then in certain scenes he looks like a twink.
You know what he looks like? He looks like those rock soldiers from Dimension X from the 80s Turtle Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can somebody give us an explanation as to what is going on here?
I do
So-
think that this like the costume on the whole does just look better when it's like in the darkness and the shadows. It's a lot less impressive when it's like in full light. Like,
There are so many people on Twitter who need to be answering this question. Like, help us out. Why? Get us answers. Shit. Why is this nigga jacked?
Is it meant for is it like a canvas that his suit is made out of, or
That, you know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but what
Well,
his
like, what type
arms?
of
Nigga, why? What is his
canvas is
arms
it?
made out of?
he's wrapping himself. He's wrapping himself in very expensive canvases.
Canvas.
Yeah.
side?
Then canvasai.
Canvas
Yeah.
is
So, and then
canvas side. Canvas side.
so he so
Dr. Sayers. Dr. Sayers.
Muse almost kills Heather, but Murdoch comes in and saves the day. Then the AVTF separately find paintings of Glenn and no, that's a whole other thing. The AVTF prepare to enter. Glenn fatally shoots
Nailed
Muse
it.
before fainting. Murdoch stabilizes her before the AVTF arrive, and then Fisk gives credit for stopping Muse to the AVTF and publicly declares them to be the heroes.
Drugs on the table, baby.
So
Drugs
yeah, it's
on the
basically
table.
taking Daredevil's win. And I don't know. Yeah, this is another moment where, like you were saying, Cole, I think is the name of the detective. Black dude.
Cole North.
Cole North. Yeah,
This
he just seems like he's just going along with whatever Fisk says. He doesn't have any
Pull that
charisma.
back
I
up.
don't
Pull
really
that back up real
see
quick.
him like struggling. Oh, that's great art. Yeah,
He's also like a big boxer. Like him filling out that Muse suit, that makes sense.
There you go.
right?
Maybe he's Muse. No,
Just really fast.
yeah. First one scene. But yeah, like it's he doesn't seem like he has a lot of agency. Well, Nine, did you feel like that we're gonna see this big turn from Cole, or he's just gonna be Fisk slack?
I don't know, man. I was just stuck on the line
don't know
where
nothing.
he says, "You guys are the thin black line that guards the city," and then they showed up completely late and didn't do shit. I was like, wow, they really had to fit in that thin blue line joke
Yeah.
reference in there. But
And they didn't do shit.
and
And
they
he
didn't
said
do
to the
shit.
black guy.
It just seems like very
I know he said-
inconsequential. And I don't know like how many seasons that are episodes left that we got, but it just 2 episodes left. Yeah, I mean, whatever happens with Cole is not happening this season. That's
No,
all I know. It's not happening this season.
at least it better not be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like things are moving really fast. Stuff is kind of wrapping up pretty quickly. I thought that this Muse storyline was going to carry out throughout the whole season,
And it is.
And
Right? I'm hoping so.
It is. I've predicted it. And it will fucking
coming
happen.
back.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother. We're gonna get Muse back, and he's gonna be ready. Oh yeah,
I hope so. He
Bonesaw is ready.
because I
Well,
was like
he
reading like
is-
excerpts from.
Sorry,
Sorry, I was just gonna say I was reading
Mhm.
excerpts from like his run in the comics, like the characters run in the comics, and his motivations behind killing people is like apparently he wants to make these alive people more beautiful in the pieces of his art when he kills them. So
They ain't have
it seems like a
purpose.
little bit more of a motivation. It just seems like he's just a crazy
He
guy
gave him purpose.
in this. Yeah, and he's giving them purpose in a way, at least in his mind.
They were just ugly people walking around wasting life.
It's like, girl, you could be real fine if you just let me suck all the blood out your body.
That's right, girl. Let me take you home, suck your blood out.
Well, and remember,
Ew.
some of them, it's not even that. Like
I don't want to do that
after-
at all.
after the 100-person blood painting, his next art piece was, I think, 11 Inhumans that he killed and staged their bodies So it was
Oh,
they
yeah.
were dead living sculptures almost. I mean,
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
he does a lot of fucked up shit. And I will say this: he does move the story along in a sense that, I mean, because of this fight, that's how Heather's going to figure out Matt's Daredevil, right? Because Muse cut him on the leg, and she was there and saw it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ooh, maybe.
I think the second I saw that cut, because that was the other thing, they took time out to really focus on that cut.
Yeah,
It was a close up of just Matt's leg with a, and then that's it. So it was just like, okay, that's going to be important. Heather's in the fucking room. I mean, and we saw her get in the shower with him earlier this episode, when if she had gotten in a little bit earlier, he wouldn't have washed the blood off yet. So,
that's suspicious. That's weird.
Exactly. Yeah. They were setting it up. They were giving us the puzzle pieces.
Pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Running with the devil. Yeah.
No, puzzle. Yeah, I got to see what you did.
Running
there.
with the devil because Daredevil. He's the devil.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and she's already very suspicious, I think, because Daredevil knew her name, so she's already raising some questions there.
And she was asking about the bruises on him. Yeah, she knows shit's up.
Yeah, she's asking questions.
Morgan
she is
says,
also a good therapist that can tell when her boyfriend is obviously lying to her face.
Yeah.
Fifth Bantha says, we are already over 60 victims, and when we meet him, I'm sure it's been some shit. I think he will recognize his voice, and the cut confirms it.
Yeah.
Y'all going too deep. I ain't gonna be able to keep hitting this X-Files, but
I think that I was actually expecting Angela to recognize his voice in the hospital scene earlier. So I feel like
there's people. Everybody should just be hearing his voice and be like, Matt. He's got a pretty distinct
You're
voice.
the only one who whisper yells like that.
You know, I know a lot of people don't like it, but one of the funniest things, comic book movie wise in general, came from Reynolds' Green Lantern, where Blake's like, I've seen you naked. You think I won't be able to figure it out because I can't see your cheekbones?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm glad basically everybody here feels like, oh, Muse is dead. Didn't think that was gonna happen. Thought we would get more, but it's not really pissing us off. It's not.
I think it's a pup named Scooby-Doo on us.
Right. But there's so many people out there, so many people who are hating on it right now.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
And I'm telling you, it's all because they killed Muse. And they're like, why did they kill Muse and we wanted so much more? And I'm like, dude, maybe they didn't. And you know what? I'm hoping that they didn't, just so that all those people look crazy tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. No, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, I was just gonna say that, it could be that they're just pulling the okie doke and they're gonna bring him back. Because I think that somebody, I think one of the stuntmen said in an interview that Muse was gonna be a integral part of the show, like in season 1 and season 2.
But that stuntman's fired.
Yeah, he won't be on season 2.
but who knows? Like that we might just get like flashbacks or something like that. And I honestly don't like the idea of copycat shit. Like, I just think it's just give us the interesting character the first time. Don't be like, well, that character is boring, but wait till you see Muse too.
Or like at least make it very quick for the copycat. I do like, like in the Dark Knight where it's just the one Batman wearing the hockey pads and stuff, and real Batman comes up. Yeah, that's cool. I like that, but don't drag it out.
Yeah, I prefer the other way around. If we have like if copycat Muse got murked like immediately.
Wait a minute. What if
He shows up and
What if-
Punisher immediately kills him.
what if this is copycat news?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again,
I'm with that.
Like either way,
I'm with that shit.
either way, I just like, yeah, I don't know.
Boom.
I don't like.
He's
I don't like bringing out the interesting character second time around.
If
But we'll
you
see if,
have
well, if he was already fake one, then I'm good with that.
if you have the image of his costume again, the thing that kept throwing me on it more than the eyes, more than was like the blood splat on his chest just looked so weird and haphazard and flat. It was just like it didn't look like I feel like it did when we saw him the first time.
Honestly, I kind of felt that way when I
so
saw it
weird.
the first time, but I just think,
Yeah.
again, I just think it looks a little bit better when it's under dim lighting and everything. Just it's not a very impressive costume brought in like real.
Yeah,
life.
no, the whole costume is different than what we saw him in, I feel like, previously.
Do you guys think that part of the reason why people want more, like, are upset because Muse is gone is also because like we've seen Daredevil versus Kingpin. We've had that already. They did a lot of it. So like, is it almost like, well, you were giving us something new and now you're just taking us back to, the same old stale?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is, in my opinion. And also, there's not a lot of capital built up, like emotional capital built up with people and Marvel right now, and Marvel TV especially.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I ain't got time for them to be fucking it up again. Goddamn.
Right? They're just sitting there waiting for like, I knew that this show was gonna fucking suck. Like,
yeah, everybody's waiting to do that because it's always doom and gloom. Because the idea out here in Hollywood and the rest of entertainment world, everybody's freaking out because TV and movies don't make as much money anymore, and so also YouTubers like to equate it to their YouTube views going down. But fact of the matter is, everybody had a boom in 2020 with the YouTube, so that's why everything's coming back down. It's just normal. And then also, like, damn, I forgot the other part of what I was saying.
About the movies.
Oh yeah, movies. People are broke. It's $38 for us to go to the fucking movies. Like, for one person, like, it's ridiculous. $26, $28, wherever you are in the country. It costs anywhere between $25 and $30 to you go see it for you to
A
go. See
Minecraft movie is about to make $1 billion.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
let's say, and then
well, we'll
obviously
see.
There's still people who go to the movies. Like, there are 4 movies that made $1 billion last year. It's like,
right?
down,
No, but
people
there's not people going to the movies. Like, that's those 4 movies. That's not the industry making movies and people going to see them. People don't go to the movies. That's actually a fact. And the reason isn't because the movies are bad, is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's not because people don't care anymore or whatever. It's because people are broke. And nobody wants to say that. It's weird. Like, your Marvel show sucks because you fucking keep telling people what the fuck it's gonna do 2 weeks before the show comes out. And then you fucking are wrong and you're disappointed. And that's so it's weird. It's a weird culture. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, just enjoy the show, or just or don't. Sometimes you get a Moon Knight.
All you gotta do is just. But that's why all you gotta do is make sure you're here every Monday, 15 p.m.
We'll guide you through it. We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll help.
Is this show bad? And this show is good. Like, even with my complaints about Muse, and I think that other people who are actually read the comics are more emotionally invested in Muse. I think that this show could have done a better job of making us more emotionally invested. With
Really like this show.
It seems like he's been going to her for a while. Like, we could have got maybe some therapy sessions laid out throughout the episodes, just so we can get an
at
idea
least
of
him
who he
passing
is.
by Vanessa and Wilson, right?
Yeah,
they playing it off like it was a reveal. Like it was it supposed to be?
Yeah.
Didn't he make an appearance already?
Huh?
I don't remember.
Didn't he
him,
make an appearance?
He did
don't
make an
remember.
appearance earlier in the season. Like he asked for her help, like 3 episodes.
And I was
ago.
like, yeah, that's Muse.
I think that you actually did say, well, that's Muse. We all know he's Muse, right? But I forgot that he even was there.
I don't remember any of that.
Exactly.
Anything that y'all just said.
It was the scene at the
y'all just said
the book signing. Like he comes and asks for
what
her help.
book? No, I'm
Okay, yeah.
And then like he asked for her help, and then right after that, Kingpin's British guy Buck comes up and like then that just like plants the seed that she's gonna be the therapist for Kingpin going on. But yeah, we could have seen more therapist sessions. Well, I would have liked to see more therapist sessions with Vanessa and Kingpin, but also with little Teen Muse.
I have a feeling Heather's probably going to take an extended holiday from therapy for a bit.
She needs to take a mental health month for sure.
Just a bit. So here's a question for the group. So do we think at the end? Do we think Vanessa sent what's his fuck there? Do we think that she told Fisk that she was sending him, or do you think Fisk was just smart enough to know she was sending him?
That is the question.
Yes.
Basically, my little outline that I had set up, it says, "Is Vanessa the op?" That's the question. Is she trying to set him up? I'm gonna go with, at the risk of being wrong, going on a limb and saying she is not on his side, but probably has herself an out just in case she is implicated in such.
Yeah, I think that she is on Fisk's side. I think that this cliffhanger was just like sort of made intentionally for us to think that she could have switched sides, but then we're later on in the next episode we're just going to realize that they're stronger than ever when they do hood rat shit together. So I think that they're just going to be like, this is going to strengthen their like.
I think it's because Adam. I think she might
common interests are important.
And if she finds out about Adam, even if you're right, I think that if she finds out about Adam, she will be pushing that button.
Yeah, you know what? That is a good point. I think that she would feel a certain way about Adam. What about you now?
It's not that Adam, it's just that he would have lied.
Yeah, just about the Adam situation. Like that's some pretty fucked up shit to be doing.
Yeah, I was just looking at where she texts him he's alone. And like, dude is never alone. I feel like
even if like you're not talking about the Kingpin, he's also the mayor of the biggest city in America.
Yeah.
Just based on that, he's never alone.
Yeah. So it's not gonna happen. What do we got here? Marvel Star Wars Fanatics 6. What's up, guys?
What up? No.
Thanks for joining the chat, man.
Definitely want to know what you think about this episode. And
yeah,
if
you're the
think
fanatic.
Vanessa is the op. The fanatic.
I think it's a combination of what you guys were saying. I agree with Bill. I don't think she's on Fisk's side, but I think she's smart enough to not make her move. Not necessarily not yet, but I don't even remember the dude that got murdered. Luca. Yeah. I think she was smart enough to know Luca wasn't going to get it done. So I think she set Luca up, told Fisk to like kind of keep him like, oh, Vanessa's on my side. And then when she is ready,
flawless.
She does have, thank you. And when she does have the assets in place to take him out, then she'll make her move.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this is going to play out.
I'm not.
But again, it does feel like this show has been dipping into some storylines that we've seen before, like you mentioned, like Daredevil giving up or Matt giving up Daredevil and deciding to come back begrudgingly, and the fight between
Did
Fisk
Matt give
and
up?
Matt. And it seemed like the show was starting to tap into some interesting new things.
Did
This
Matt give
Punisher
up
copycat.
Daredevil, or did Daredevil give up Matt?
Ah.
See, that's what you got to ask. Maybe the nigga was tired of hearing his ass bitching and moaning all the time.
But it seemed like we're getting teases to more interesting things like the Punisher copycats, and seeing John Bernthal come back in, and also with Muse. And it seems like we're not going to be getting either one of those, but maybe we will. Do you think that this will be satisfying enough, just focusing more on Fisk and Matt for the rest of the season?
No, can't carry it. It's already losing a lot of traction. I mean, we had a lot of Daredevil in this one, and everything Fisk did. I forgot for a good amount of this podcast that his wife sent a dude to kill him. Like, that's how exciting it is. You know? So no, I don't think the Fisk and Matt storyline alone is enough to hold it up. There needs to be something else going on. I don't know if it's going to be like maybe Fisk. Maybe Fisk will make like a new elite SWAT team, and they all wear the Punisher skull, and that's enough to bring Frank back.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That is interesting.
It's like, now that's just too damn far.
Do you think the Fanatic is right saying that they're the best with Matt and Frank teaming up?
Really looking forward to these last two. Took it off last two though, because from what I hear, they're the best with Matt and Frank teaming up. Miss Bantha says, I don't think she told Fisk, but yes, when she's ready, she will make her move. This was an opportunity and not a plan.
Okay. Yeah, so she just...
He also says, I need Frank to have his own standalone again. Marvel
I'm actually just finishing Punisher season 2. I never finished it the first time around.
You know what? I need to finish it too.
Yeah, I never watched it.
I think Marvel
Give it a
says, I
shot.
think it will end off with people finding Matt as Daredevil, and that's why he's kind of in hiding in season 2, and a black stealth suit.
So
interesting. Season 2.
So interesting fact about now when you say black stealth suit, if you just mean like his season 1 black stealth suit,
yeah,
maybe, but like, so the black suit, the black Daredevil suit, interesting fact, that's what Matt actually wears when he becomes leader of the Hand.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I did like
leader of the Hand.
He's
aesthetic.
I think he's got a much cooler one, but it's in the comics. It's a very big spoiler, so I don't know if you guys would want me to tell you.
Yeah, just keep that to yourself. Oh, no, that's not good.
You said keep that one to myself.
One now. I want to hear it.
I said I accidentally hit myself in the nuts.
I heard that. And Nine, you said you want to know?
I want to know.
Yeah,
but,
Nine said he wanted to know, but I was hoping.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that comic one day and then sit it on my shelf and then never read it. So,
well, I'll tell you this: it's not gonna. I know for a fact this wouldn't happen in the show. It can't.
That's what. Yeah, that's why I want to hear it.
Ooh.
Nine, I'll have to tell you off pod.
Yeah.
If he tells you, he'll have to kill you.
But yeah, like that would be that. Would you guys be like? Do you think that we'll get Frank and Matt team up in the last 2 episodes?
So that's a tough one because I could see it going both ways. I could see them only having the part we already had with Frank as the only cameo because they like to make us sad. But at the same time, I could also see it be like Frank at the last minute comes in and saves the day. Like Matt's about to lose a fight and Frank comes in and like together they turn it around. And so here's the thing. I don't think there's enough time left for them to expose Fisk as clearly still the Kingpin. I don't think Fisk is going to not be mayor at the end of this season.
Right.
Yeah. Me either.
So it can't be like they can't publicly see Daredevil and Punisher fighting, unless season 2 will literally just be about Fisk hunting him down.
Hunting him down.
Because he obviously knows who both of them are.
Who would they team up against? Like the Thin Dark Line people?
I would think the cops.
Yeah.
Hunt them down like a dog in the street.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Like, and this situation where Daredevil coming back, this could be just ammunition that the excuse that Kingpin needs to expose Matt, and then like that'll just like sort of change the status quo, and then like the second season we get like a whole new different show where Matt's just on the run from the cops the whole season. That'd be cool.
I wonder if he would expose Matt, because without exposing Matt, that's still power. I don't know.
He's exposed him in the comics before, right?
I don't remember, to be honest. I haven't read enough Daredevil to be completely sure about that one. I know that there's comics where Daredevil warns Spider-Man about not letting his secret identity out. And in that comic, he flat out says, he's like, 2. And Spider-Man's like, what? And he goes, like, and this is after Spidey hides his secret identity. And Spidey's like, what? And he goes, 2 women that I've loved, I've told my secret identity, and they've both died. I don't know how you got it secret again, but fucking keep it a secret. It's a really good one.
Yeah.
There it is. Let's go.
Just like and subscribe. Thanks, man. Appreciate the love. I think that I'm almost positive that's happened in the comics before, so that they could bring that out.
It would make sense.
Nine, you got anything that? Sorry, we got a chat in the chat. I can't use. I need a thesaurus tonight. Anyway, now they said that there's supposed to be such a violent scene that tops anything in Daredevil. I assume that we haven't seen it yet. That will happen maybe in the finale. What do you think that? What do you all think happens? I mean, if it has to do with Punisher, that would definitely track. We've seen some violent stuff, but I think it would take.
I think it tracks with my theory that Muse is coming back. I think it tracks with my theory that Muse is coming back. Very violent scene usually means blood, a lot of blood. This is a blood-based character. I think, like I said, look, that one scene where he's in there with the therapist Heather, and he says, "I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, can I get to the door in time?" I think there was a level of, like, even before that, there was a level of him kind of picking up on her senses, picking up on her as his powers type situation.
Kind of like seeing her perception as she's like peeking at the door and stuff, you mean?
Exactly. And the nosebleed and all of that stuff is his power coming through as a mutant.
Yeah, I did find it weird that wasn't his body still there when Kingpin was there?
Yes.
I was like, that's fucking weird. Wouldn't they have taken him to the morgue right now? Like, what is he?
And what if Kingpin is like, I want to use his ass. I want to use the body.
So is Fisk thinking that, because Heather is their therapist, right? Fisk's therapist.
Yeah.
So is he thinking that like Muse is trying to get at him, or is he thinking that it's just like a one-off situation?
That would make a lot more sense than him actually being worried about his therapist. He does not seem to like therapy.
Right.
So, couple of things. One, 9, check your DMs. I sent you a picture of that costume. 2, I think one thing that we missed is Hector's niece. I think we saw her already starting to be like white tigering it up. And 3, Marvel Star Wars fanatic right there. Then again, though, Vincent D'Onofrio said he was surprised they allowed Kingpin to do something he does in this. So it's possible it's something Fisk does. If that's the case, I'm thinking it's going to be, I think you guys are right. I think he's going to expose Matt's secret identity.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that, but I don't know. Maybe does that happen in the comics? Probably.
Oh shit!
Everybody's identity gets.
I think that one's cool.
I hear you. No, I was just speaking.
Oh no, I was talking to Nine.
Who is in the background of this, Jeff? Is that Constantine?
No, that's Constantine's DC. It's someone else
Right.
that
Oh,
if
right.
I can't say without spoiling.
Bantha says Jeff never DMs me pics of cool superhero stuff.
Well, stop asking for feet pic.
Oh,
I want to see Wonder Man's feet right now. Give me pics.
Nasty.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Hey, right back when Jeff was like, yes, I approve that. Yes.
Guys, let us know in the comments what you thought of this episode of Daredevil, where you think we're going to be going in the next 2 episodes. We're almost wrapped up. And then after that show ends, or this show ends.
Oh, wait, you know what?
About...
I just want to read this last comment right here. Marvel said, we still haven't seen the Bullseye jail stuff either. Like, exactly. Like, Bullseye is in prison. He's alive. He's got an adamantium back. Like,
Brute, they can't even let him. Bullseye once got his tooth knocked out, spit it out, and killed someone. Like, they can't let him move at all.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would like to see him in jail, and they kind of seem like they left that, like, all the stuff that seems like it was reworked for the opening of this season. It just seems like they kind of left that alone. Like Foggy, Karen, Bullseye. It's like that served its purpose. Now we're moving on to the rest of the show, which is fine. Like, I don't want Karen popping in every other episode saying that she still can't. Still can't hang out with
killed
Matt.
Both of them.
But comics, nobody's ever stays dead. So, but
bring back Foggy. Bring back Foggy. I just want them to bring him back because Alex hated him.
Oh yeah,
and I hate Karen, so I'll split the difference. God damn it! Like, let's just kill both of them.
Both of what you're saying are comic book things. I think like back in the Frank Miller runs.
Well, let's try to make that happen. Let's fight for the death of all humans. No, sorry.
Yeah, Heather's supposed to be dead. Heather dies in the comic books too, under very different circumstances. But we'll see if
Heather should have died. Yo, hashtag. Oh, before we move on, I'll ask Jeff what the rating for this one is, and also hashtag kill Heather.
Hashtag kill Heather. Hashtag kill.
Do you think it would have made it a better stakes?
Yes.
Higher stakes?
I thought it would have made it much more tragic. And but
9.
Huh.
I feel like
hashtag kill Heather.
No, I think Heather. No, let's not kill Heather. I like her character.
Well, I'm hashtag kill Heather as well. Kill her. She's out of here. Go ahead.
Well, I'll say this. I feel like if they had killed her in this way, it also would have been good just because of the fact that it would not have been she wouldn't have been fridged. She wouldn't be killed just to motivate Daredevil. She was killed because a fucking serial killer got obsessed with her. Mm-hmm. So like that's a way because that's a really, really big problem in comic books. I mean, literally the term fridging comes from how ridiculous it is in comic books. Yeah. How do we motivate our hero? Does he have a cute young thing?
He has to have a call to action.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it is more interesting if what they're doing.
What's the rating, Jeff?
This story is just to have the circumstances of him being a superhero motivate her to end the relationship, and that be traumatic for him in that way.
No,
what's the
kill that bitch? I'm sorry, not a bitch. She's not.
So here's the interesting thing. This episode is rated the same as this week's episode of Righteous Gemstones.
Oh,
Lord of mercy.
They're both an 8.1.
8.1. That's a solid B student. B plus.
Better than I was.
I feel like an 8 on IMDb is like really good though. There's a lot of haters on IMDb.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of haters, and whoever takes the
You
time
said-
to actually rate
motherfucker
everything
said-
on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, they have strong feelings.
Alex, why are you talking about me and Jeff like that?
I was gonna say we used to do that all
Oh.
the time.
How about
I used to
this?
do it. I don't even.
So-
I'm on my Letterboxd right now.
So Daredevil, art for art's sake, 8.1 with 4,752 votes. But interestingly enough, it's also tied for the lowest rated episode of this season.
Oh,
Of all time? No.
No, just of Born Again.
Oh,
And it's tied with the bank robbery episode,
really?
which again, I liked it better than the second episode last week. But
you know
Yeah,
what it
that's one of my
was?
I think I think the bank
People
episode
just
better than
don't-
this one.
People don't like brown people, and they kept talking about Kamala too much. It was like they was like, man, get that bitch out of here. Like,
she's
care
not even
about-
here. She's ruining the episode.
Yeah, so I don't give a fuck about the goddamn Kamala.
It's like deep seated racist people who are just like the Irish.
I mean,
we have a whole episode about the Irish. It's like, damn. But guys, let us know what you thought.
People are so racist toward Irish people. Like, and I won't stand for it anymore any longer.
it's
Not any longer.
a cross that we begrudgingly bear. What can I say? It's
That's right.
It's not right. And how dare you? We deserve better. Anyway,
But anyway,
I've got all the drinking bloodlines in my body. Irish, Italian, German.
Irish, Italian, German. Yeah, that's a hell of a combination.
Yeah.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
So guys, let us know what you thought in the comments of this episode. Yeah, what you thought of, what you think of what's going to happen the rest of the season. You already heard me say all that shit. We're going to move on to the next topic. Our last topic of the night. We're talking about HBO's
Can we come together?
right.
Can the congregation come together?
Alex, why are you out here lying?
Wait, what?
This isn't our last topic of the night. Because next we got to cover the pilot episode of Teen Gist.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm so
Right.
sorry. We do have to. We have
That's what
to
I'm
do
talking
a
about. God damn it.
deep breakdown of Teen Gist. You got me really nervous. I was like, "Oh my god, is Severance not over?"
Keep pronouncing
About
it
to
wrong.
get to watch a show.
Keep pronouncing it wrong now.
Oh,
Teen
God.
just.
Ain't no Teen Just, goddamn it.
It's not no teen just, goddamn it. Teen just. Over
Uh,
here skimming off the pool. Eavesdropping.
Yeah, Righteous Gemstones continues with its final season 4, and it continues to be hilarious. And now they're finally starting to dive into the mysterious intrigue that this show's really well known for. What were your initial thoughts on this episode? Jeff, I'll let you go first.
Teen just.
I thought it was funny. I laughed really hard. Oh my God, Teen Gist was so good. I also thought it was, I mean, even just the beginning of Teen Gist, just like you print out this ridiculous screenplay and you just cross out the one, like it's one page with, I'm guessing, the least amount of writing. You're gonna just clap that back up.
I liked how like Teen Jesus is like almost a good title. I love it. He just like ruins the only good thing about this script.
I see Teen Gist being like the perfect companion piece to Teen Wolf, personally.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that was funny. I mean, God, we moved the story along with Megan and John. Good stuff with it was good all around. What's his face? Kylan?
Oh yeah, Kelvin.
Which I think that's actually gonna get Danny McBride to actually stand up and defend his little brother. And oh my God, how can there's a fucking monkey. Fifth Bantha, you get it.
Who doesn't love monkeys? That monkey is menacing. I did not like the music they were playing when he was around. It's like that is pensive as shit. 9, are you on the right?
I kept thinking about the documentary that came out with the monkey lady. that we did on the Bantha Bun show. We covered that one.
Chimp love, chimp crazy.
Chimp crazy.
Chimp crazy. Yeah, that was it.
And I thought it was kind of gnarly that they went with that in light of all in lieu. Is that you like that?
Well, they went
that's
little,
the kind of words
like,
we use in Pinges.
They went a little Ace Ventura spider monkey, not a full chimp, but yeah, still a bad idea.
Yeah,
there's gonna be poo everywhere.
Okay. And it's more like where do they go? The whole documentary is more like where do they go after they're done acting, you know?
Dude, I swear to God, I thought Judy was gonna walk into BJ getting a handy from the monkey.
That is
hey, there's
hilarious.
Still so much
that
left.
They start fucking. It was gross.
I'm here for it. Well, I'm here for it.
The screenplay is fucking amazing. This is cinema right here.
Yeah,
he's gone. He's risen. The girls are like, "Whoa, for real?"
You can just hear it in his voice.
Wow, for real?
Also, I thought
like,
this was Teen Jesus.
For real?
That happens when he's like 30.
Right. Yeah.
No, you got it all wrong. See? You got it all wrong.
And then he's doing coke while he's writing it.
He said it was daddy time. He said, "All right, now it's daddy time." Then he did the cocaine. I said, "Wait a minute, now."
That's wild. Oh my gosh, love Uncle Baby Bully. Goggins continues to be amazing. You're watching this.
Walton Goggins goggles with Baby Billy's Bible bunkers.
Did you ever?
Did
you ever hear Nick Swartzen's stand up when he's talking about Grandma's Boy?
Nope.
No.
So there's a bit where he's telling him how, like, when you're making a movie, you have to use fake pot, right? Well,
right.
The drug dealer in the movie, Dante, who is also the actor's name, was evidently like, "Fuck that, man. I'm gonna smoke real weed." And like, you have to do like sometimes 10, 12, 13 takes of a scene. Yeah. So at the end of the first day, he's like, "Someone's got to take me to the hospital." And I could really see Walter Goggins being like, "Fuck using fake coke. I'm going to do this in one take and I'm going to hit it."
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that. I can see that.
Goggins. He's got that aura.
Brought full circle.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He's such a sweet guy. Don't know if he would actually do it. But
yeah, who knows? And
who knows? Only way we can. It's only one way we can find out.
Also, what happens in this episode?
That's by doing cocaine with Walton Goggins.
You got to pull out the.
That's all the way you know. Pull out some cocaine.
Cocaine. Lori tries to reconcile with Gemstone's siblings, but the relationship gets even more antagonistic. Now,
don't do drugs, kids, and drink responsibly.
We find out through some lookups that Lori
they're doing some lookups.
Path. All of her ex-boyfriends have shown up dead, murdered, gone, or dead, as Lori says.
Dead, murdered, gone, or dead.
But what do you guys think about this? Do you think that's? I mean, it seems like Lori has got a lot that she's hiding. Did you find this part intriguing, Jeff?
Yeah, it was an interesting take on it. My first thought was immediately Addams Family 2. Real quick, Marvel Star Wars fanatic. I've never heard of this show before. How long has it been around? This is the 4th and final season, actually. It's really good, and they're all pretty quick seasons. So, I mean, I caught up in a weekend.
Yeah.
But also,
30-minute episode.
Also, he's awesome, so don't try to live up to
awesome. Doesn't have a life, whatever. So yeah, but
two things can be true,
right? Porque no los dos. But
he does lookups at the house.
It was an interesting part to bring in about her character. I still think Big Dick. So she's talking about, like, she ends like saying, "We got to talk about my ex." It's streaming on the HBO Max, just Max now. She's like, "Oh, I got to tell you about my ex." I think they were trying to make it seem like her ex is Big Dick Mitch. I think her ex that she's referring to is still going to be Nick Offerman. So I'm still going to be right.
That would be great.
It'll make me happy. I really want it.
I would love to
Nick
see
Offerman.
Yeah,
you did say that. You still on the board right there with that one.
Yeah.
I'm going with the frame job on Nick Offerman with Stifler. Stifler is framing Nick Offerman for years.
I mean, it felt like he lit the car on fire before she said, "We got to talk about my ex."
He's got some serial killer eyes. And Sean William Scott. I never really even saw him as like a menacing actor, but like now, like seeing him, and this is like he's definitely. I've always felt like he had something to hide, like he was playing things a little reserved, like purposefully.
Well, yeah, Stifler could dance. No one was allowed to know.
No one's allowed to know.
It's hilarious. Like,
watch those movies.
Yes.
I guess we're gonna move. Speaking of dancing,
that's fucking funny.
But yeah, but yeah, I do feel like Sean William Scott is up to no good here, and that's a good theory that he's maybe been the person who's killing all of Lori's
man. I do that.
I mean, ex-boyfriends just out of jealousy or whatever.
Well, if they hadn't known this family their entire lives, I would have thought it was 100% Tommy Boy Rolo situation, you know?
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Maybe there's a sexual situation going on.
Like they're not actually mom and son.
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been a particular kind of gross that I'm here for.
Evidently, so is everyone according to a certain hub site.
Yeah, there's a category for that. But yeah, it is that would be
almost
really interesting. I'm kind of hoping that the Bradley Cooper flashback is going to come back in some way, because I would like to know what happened.
That up last week. Was that you that brought that up last week, Alex?
I don't know. I think I bring it up all the time because I want to see it.
Yeah, he brings it up all the time.
But I be drinking, so I don't really remember.
Well, yeah, I was doing that last weekend. Blake came over with a bunch of bottles of liquor, and when I was blackout drunk, I bought the Blu-ray of Hidden Features.
Hidden Figures?
Yeah, Hidden Figures. Which I love this movie, so I'm glad I bought it. But that was a surprise to wake up to.
I woke up. I got blackout drunk and woke up to 3 black ladies at my front door.
I started writing or like outlining a screenplay
while blackout.
No, well, yeah, it was blackout, but it's Hidden Figures mixed with like heat.
Heated Figures.
It's called Paperclip, actually.
Oh,
and it's about.
That's not as funny.
My immediate thought was Nazi scientists.
I was thinking,
it's the ladies of Hidden Figures robbing Nazi scientists. Nazi astrophysicists.
Sounds like a weird porn. Like,
see, this is why I need to get rich, because I need to finance that movie.
I swear, it's got some. I think I'm onto something here.
Yeah, I think Jordan Peele would produce. Fifth Bantha said in the chat, well, no, it's not the same vibe exactly, but equally as good. Did you see any Danny's other work?
I think that's in regards to Shrinking.
Yeah. And Shrinking is a good
show. We watched Shrinking and it became one of my favorites. So if it's a vibe like that, I'll love it for sure. Yeah, Shrinking is definitely a different vibe, but
yeah, it's a lot more wholesome.
A lot
more.
Why
don't we play just a tiny clip from
the water skiing?
Yeah.
From last episode?
About that.
Not gonna play that on YouTube for some reason?
Here, let's see this.
What the fuck is Sola?
She's changing.
What's she changing for? Ain't nobody give a fuck what she's wearing. Sola!
There she is.
I got dressed. You been gone this whole time, and that's the outfit you decided to put on?
So that's just a clip from last week's episode. Hey, man, now I feel like goddamn Johnny Carson, Jay Leno. Now we just played a clip. Now tell me, what was it like working on set with Stifler?
Could have been worse. We could have had Paul Rudd, and it was just what's that, Mac and me?
Let me tell you,
Every time.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, man, he's probably the best talk show host guest of all time.
He's a pretty great guy. He's
Taco. Yeah,
he's a good
anyway.
What's going on here?
Yeah,
he's the talk host.
That's called some whitery.
Talk
show host.
No, he's the guest for the.
So this is like their version of the Freemasons or the Stonecutters Lodge or whatever from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I think they're all pastors, but it's like, we are the men who we're strong enough to carry a gun, but we're godly enough to not use it. You know, like just
they're the capes and pistols.
They're just there to get drunk, keep women out, and be slightly homoerotic.
Every time I see a bunch of white dudes dressed like this, it's like very
oh, I shouldn't have waited.
Gives off a vibe. You said, "Hello, where's your robe, Jeff? Tangus, where's your robe, Tangus?"
Left it at college. I was in a fraternity. Let me get that one out. Whew, that could have been bad.
Okay, that makes sense now. Damn it.
From?
So Steven Dorff, I've been wondering, like, why in the fuck is this dude's Southern accent so goddamn good from True Detective to this?
Because he's
and
Southern?
I'm just like, Jesus Christ, where? Because this ain't what he sounded like in Blade,
right.
So I'm just like looking it up right now. Yeah, he's from Atlanta, Georgia. So that's why he can do a Southern accent, but also not have a Southern accent because Atlanta is really like the city.
Yeah. You don't necessarily like have a thick accent like that, but you've met plenty of people.
You can get into it real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not one.
This dude's been in 107 things, and I remember him from 2, including this one.
Yes. Same.
I remember from 3 movies. This other one, other than Blade, was Deuces Wild. It was like this 50s.
Oh, he was in that?
He was in Deuces Wild.
It was like this 50s gangster movie.
Wasn't in
if I remember the name of it right.
I'm joking. I don't think I saw it.
He was in Leatherface. Oh, American Hero. I remember him from that too. In the first Blade movie, he's the vampire that becomes a god. On this show, he's the pastor that's pissing off Jesse.
In that scene that you were had up there.
Yeah, Vance Simpkins. He's the rival pastor.
You know my name.
We could get a pretty interesting scene to open up the episode where we find out that his church, even though they're expanding a lot, they're pretty much flat broke. Then he just slaps his his subordinate right in the face.
It's his brother.
His brother.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's his brother. I forgot.
His subordinate. I mean, I think he looked at him that way too.
Yeah. He slapped the dog shit out of him because he called him gay.
He was in Fear.com. That movie sucked.
I never saw that.
You know what? There's so many movies. You literally can just do that the rest of this episode, and I'm hoping that you do.
Oh, well, I already got down to Blade, so I think we're getting to the end.
No, you've got a long way to go.
We do see
2025.
Speaking of Vance Simpkins, we do see that later on in the episode, Kelvin's ego swells due to his top Christ-following man of the year nomination, but he's shaken when rival nominee Vance Simpkins attacks him with fundamentalist anti-gay rhetoric at a debate. So what do you guys think?
We'll go back to Kelvin then, because I wanted to talk about Kelvin and this. He's being an asshole, man.
Yeah, he's being a total dick. Like I mentioned,
he is what he is.
His ego is swelling He is what he is.
Yeah, he
But-
is what he eats.
Jeff, what did you think of just like the Kelvin being like being a little bit too big for his britches? He's like, all of them are pretty much assholes to each other.
Oh
He
yeah.
says some really hurtful shit.
Is he
So-
wearing a peacock?
Mostly
Yeah, but
mostly a peacock. He's
Yeah.
also wearing a bolo tie.
he's wearing high fashion is what he's wearing.
Exactly.
I thought it was so. It's interesting because first off, it was not even a little bit surprising that one of the gemstone children is being an asswipe to the other gemstone children's. Man, he was really like talking down and he's getting a bit big for his britches. But I will say this right now, out of the 3 gemstone children, he's right. He's the only one doing anything. So
It's
like,
true.
he was a dick, but he wasn't wrong.
You're true. That's right. But to me, he's still in the same boat. Like he's throwing stones in a glass house or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Anyway,
In a prism.
Ooh. Because he clearly is in this scene that we're leading up to. He clearly is the token gay guy, like him and like Jesse and Judy were trying to warn him, or I'd say warn him in the way that they would warn someone.
In a very mean way.
Yeah.
No, I think that's fair because like he could have used that as like inspiration. He's like, you know what? I'm going to study up real hard and and make sure that I'm going to be a formidable debate during this fucking what is it called? Christ following man of the year. Fucking stupid ass name, but
Shock.
That's why they did it.
Yeah, it's perfectly dumb. But he could have just like used that opportunity to be very prepared for this because this is kind of like a softball. Like Vance is being really mean, but it's like it's easy to retort this. It's like you ever watch Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? There's a lot of shit the Bible says is like really fucked up that no one should do. But he brought up shellfish because he's like, as we've known for 4 seasons now, he's a fucking dummy. He's not actually that good of a pastor. And like you said, he's actually is probably mostly only at this table because he's like a token gay dude.
Well, but the thing is though, if he had leaned into that, it also like wouldn't have been a bad idea. Like, hey, let's start bringing more of the gay, the LGBTQ community to the Christian church. Like that's a demographic that like would help them a lot. I mean, say what you will about, I think any religion right now is probably losing numbers comparatively. So yeah, take a community that you've disenfranchised, turn it around, make it so that they're the really welcome and the really welcome ones. That's how you end up just exploding your numbers, man.
Yeah, and like he's obviously doing a lot for like the church and the Gemstones church. Like to your point, he's the only person who's really successful right now. And it's because he's bringing in so many new members. It's
Did you talk
because
about?
he changed some. No, I did not. How many
There are
seasons?
2,
I didn't.
and they're hilarious.
9 did.
Oh, okay.
It was a really good show.
I heard it was good. I love Glenn Howard too.
hilarious.
But what? They like. So yeah, what did you think of like you because you were mentioning, Bill, that maybe this will be some inspiration for not Eli, who's Danny McBride's characters. Josh,
Jesse.
Jesse.
Jesse
This
Gemstone.
might inspire him to sort of have his back and like go a little harder toward Vance. Maybe he throws the yellow handkerchief down. Think this is gonna go that way?
Throwing a yellow handkerchief seems a bit much. I don't know if it's gonna go
Because
down
you're
that
yellow.
It seems
Like,
a lot. A lot.
I feel like Jesse could have even gotten that one just from context clues. Come on, man. I know you're not reading shit, but still.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, no, I think he's just really bad.
The twist of that you have to actually shoot at each other is now I'm glad that they explained that. And I feel like that's gonna happen before the season's over, right? It's like Chekhov's handkerchief.
The phrase yellow-bellied or being yellow to describe cowardice likely stems from the visual association of yellow with sickness, specifically the yellow color of pus or jaundice, and the metaphorical connection that a belly is the seat of emotion or gut reactions. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We learned something tonight.
We did. We always learn something here on the
That's
program.
why you come to the drum for education.
That's
Fun
right.
And educational.
You didn't see that coming?
I did.
Later on in the episode, we
Yeah, you
mentioned that the siblings investigated Lori, discovering that her exes have disappeared in circumstances. They inform Eli of this, but he dismisses their claims. Now, this is very much a boy who cried wolf situation. We've seen them act a goddamn fool all season, so there's really no reason to believe them now. What did you got Eli's reaction to this? Because it's kind of heartbreaking. It's his first time saying that your guys just won't accept that your mom isn't coming back. What did you think of that?
Shit, I was like, hell yeah, get they ass. Anytime they need to get straightened out and somebody does it, I'm like, hell yeah, somebody finally tell them, because like grown ass people ain't just gonna be sitting around letting people act like this in front of them all the time. Like, all the time. I'm not gonna be sitting here hanging out with you acting like a 12-year-old. No,
you got some sense.
Not just that, it's also always like about fucking time. You guys are in the South. How has no one just put a fucking backhand upside these kids' heads when they were growing up, And now I will say I will give the kids a little bit of grace when I remembered, like, oh yeah, she's only been dead like 2 years. Well, we'll say like 4 years, because like 2 years at the beginning of the first season. So like, I guess it does like make a little more sense, but at the same time, like you're all adults. It's not like he left her it's not like he left your mom for her. Your mom is gone and dead. Bye-bye worm food. And your dad deserves to be fucking happy, man.
Yeah, but we've seen just like so many examples that these guys are emotionally immature and they're highly irrational and they're super reactionary. So like this just sort of plays right into that. Unfortunately, he's saying all of this at the wrong time because they're actually telling the truth. So that sucks.
Well, but, I mean, it's like you said, it's the boy who cried wolf.
Exactly. Well,
it's the child who cried. It's the child who cried horse.
Truth.
Well, they're telling their truth.
They're not telling the truth. They're saying shit that they made out off of some lookups.
It might not
be their lookups.
Well,
it's lookups that somebody else looks up.
It might not be the truth. It might not be the truth, but it's not a lie, because at this time, it's what they think is the truth.
Right. Yeah. I understand that, but
we don't even know if it's the truth. Really.
What happened to my dog here?
Yeah, BJ ended up getting into a terrible pole dancing accident, and now he's a quadriplegic. Or sorry, a paraplegic. But he can walk again if he does the physical therapies.
He can walk again if he wants to.
Stop being a bitch.
Oh, it looks like he's walking here now, just not really.
Push play.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a way.
Into the bathtub.
Yeah, he's not doing so well physically or emotionally until Amber suggests that they take on a service monkey by the name of Dr. Watson. He turns out to be very helpful. He can pretty much
It's White Claws.
He can get White Claws. He can apparently prepare dinner and light candles and shit.
You sounded like Eminem just now when you said that. You sounded just like Eminem. Prepare dinner. I was like, whoa, what?
Prepare dinner.
Telling us about Stan over there.
He's kind of amazing, but he's also fucking menacing. Like I don't trust this monkey. What do you guys think?
I
What
don't
makes him
trust
menacing?
this monkey
Bantha?
either. Go ahead, go
Bantha,
ahead.
the humans he's smarter than are the gemstones.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna outsmart these two before it's
Oh,
all over. I already know.
100%.
How is he
Again,
menacing?
I'm telling you, yeah, right there.
Right there.
So just finish that scene.
He's just there watching
Just
them.
watching
Yeah.
them kiss.
Dude,
Or like some music that
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, BJ is gonna
play
have
that, play
an
that,
affair.
play that Kill Bill music behind that shit.
Well, that's the thing I was gonna
flashing
say.
red.
The music every time he does anything, like the first
music is
command that he has, it's very pensive and like eerie. I was like,
Play
why
the
is
music.
it so
play,
weird?
Play it without the play it off of mute. Nah, I'm telling you, this is weird.
Here. Let's see.
It should be good because of the distance here.
This is like one of Blake's murder mystery setups.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Dr.
Oh.
Giro or whatever.
Yeah,
And
like
earlier this season,
Dr. Giro.
and earlier this season, Keith and Kelvin were watching Friday the 13th, and that felt like very Friday the 13th music right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
I was just gonna say it felt like 70s horror movie.
Mhm.
All kinds of them vibes.
Oh, God, it's gonna get so fun.
And speaking of 80s horror movie,
Fifth Bantha said he's a perv.
He's a perv.
Monkey.
We definitely don't see both of his hands at the same time.
Get
so-
the
Yeah,
monkey.
that's right.
I thought he was gonna knock that picture off of them. Like
Yeah,
the picture
right.
of them right there. I thought he was gonna knock it off.
I won't eye that picture. It's so.
If
That
he
would've
did
been
that
so
shit
funny.
out, I lost my shit. dog.
What a weird place for them to put take the monkey out of it. That's how they decorate.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just weird.
When he
placement
went and
for it.
grabbed the multi-grain bread, there was a picture of Judy next to the multi-grain bread and a picture of BJ doing his
Pole
his
dancing.
pole dance.
Pole dancing.
Oh, I actually just pull up this image. I haven't watched this episode. I haven't watched any of the episodes for the new season, so I'm just like,
Oh man,
That first
you're
episode
wasting
was
your
amazing.
life.
where's the multigrain? What does that come up?
It's a few.
He does it later when he's
so
making
the-
a sandwich.
I think isn't it just a little bit before that dinner scene we saw?
Yes, before the dinner scene.
Oh. Yeah,
It's between the
just
White
found
Claw
it.
and the
Damn.
dinner.
You see that picture?
Found that bit. Look at it. He's
The best part is that the whole
got
family
no ass.
was there to watch his pole dancing competition
Yes,
and
right.
saw him just eat fucking shit.
So he's like landing on his back or something.
No,
Landed on his
straight
neck.
on his face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Damn.
pretty fucking awful.
Pretty fucking amazing. It's my favorite scene.
it was amazing. I thought it was amazing. No ass. That is hilarious.
Oh yeah, so hopefully BJ will be okay. Him because it seems like that Dr. Watson has plans.
He's also stupid though. I mean, come on. He said he can't make tea. When he said he can't make tea,
I thought he was talking about like tea, but he was
talking about peeing because he peed all on the seat, and then he tried to reach over to grab the chair. Hey, dummy! Why would you reach out to grab the top half of a fucking wheelchair?
yeah, like
I said he deserved to go in that
Fairly
tub.
certain you answered your own question with the dummy comment, huh?
Yeah, he deserved to get in that tub. God damn it!
that was some
and
phenomenal
pee on
physical
yourself.
acting.
He just
though.
looks
he fell
so
into that tub,
sad.
so-
Though. I was like, what the fuck happened to this?
Even worse, the episode before this one. He's even more sad in that one.
Yeah. But it's like that episode kept him from he's totally been told he can walk again. He's just being a bitch about it, really. He's just like,
it's
you know
it's
what?
very Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have
it
you
is
guys
very Talladega
seen
Nights.
A Different Man or A Better Man?
Yeah, better
The
man.
Sebastian Stan one?
Oh, not Sebastian.
Who's a
Stan.
better
No.
man? Who is a better man?
Is he in it?
Yes.
No, but there's like he just gets very sad in that, and he kind of he gets in a position just like this dude.
Damn, I still need to watch. I have the DVD right.
It's okay because I'm happy.
It's hilarious. It's like The Substance, but funny.
I've got Hidden Figures.
Well, you win.
I'm gonna write that movie. I'm gonna finish that outline.
Let's see which random one I grab off the shelf.
What's it gonna be?
You got stuff in front of it.
I sure do. Well, it was say anything.
Say anything.
Hey, all right. Say
That's
anything, Bill. Say anything.
Watatate.
Nice one.
That is a movie that's not very good, but has a good ending, so people remember it fondly.
Seriously, thank you. Someone finally said it.
What's the ending of that movie?
I give the hard truths here on the Drunk Banthas channel. Excuse me. But
that's why you lost
at the end of this episode, Eli and Lori are at her house when an unseen assailant throws a brick through the window and torches Eli's car. Now we were talking about this a little bit earlier. There's a lot of suspects here. I am in the camp that thinks it's Sean William Scott, and I'm still hoping that's like the original family that owned that golden Bible. The ones who I'm thinking also stole it way back when. I'm hoping that story is also tied up in this somehow. I would like for that to come back.
Well, so again, I think it was last week. I think it was one of you two saying it could have been Sean William Scott. He was old enough.
Right. Yeah. Because Stifler was, a teenager in 2004, whenever that flashback was. So I think that's still plausible.
Motherfuck.
So wait, there is no other.
What's the motherfucker? Who is the fucking mother?
You know who it would make sense if it was? Stephen Dorff's family.
Oh, it would.
And it would make a lot of sense if it was them. Yeah.
Firebomb for firebomb.
And it would also explain the animosity between them and the Gemstones.
The only reason I'd say that ain't gonna be the case is because I got his ass a firebomb on that television show. Am I right? Made Kelvin look like a fucking idiot.
So is Teenjus going to be a thing in this show?
It was
more.
In this episode? Actually, talk about Teenjus is a fucking lifestyle.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Let me just play a quick clip of Teenjus.
Liz, thank you. Oh, our nips just touched. Mine are so hard.
Mine are different sizes.
We almost made it out of here.
I forgot because Jeff said he wanted to go over the pilot.
Almost made it out of here.
And let's get into it. The pilot of Teenjus. Teenjus, you want to go first?
You get
not a long face, guys. I don't understand.
Through the whole.
I thought you guys want to talk about
Mary Magdalene was a whore.
Oh
yeah,
I would want to know.
I would love to see a Mary Magdalene cameo.
I think that's just a Nora.
Team just sounds like was the way he described it. It sounds like that show Euphoria with less sex.
Oh, that makes it even funnier.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch high school.
Team just brought wine to the party.
Teenjus
is always
win the dance competition.
He's always getting into something.
And I got prom Friday.
You want to know something funny about that? There's evidently lost books of the Bible that do talk about Jesus as a teenager, and evidently he could still perform miracles, but hadn't learned to be not a dick kid yet. One guy pissed him off, so he made his hair grow inside out. A group of kids pissed him off, so he set bears on them, and he killed a dragon.
Wait.
Well, wait a minute. That last one is a necessity. You need somebody to kill a dragon.
The last dragon?
These are evidently
nobody said
parts
it was
of
the
the
last
lost book, lost gospels, I think they're called.
Lost
And it's
Gospel.
supposed to just be about, because like it's like, oh, Jesus was born, and then he was a kid, and he learned some stuff. Then he was 27.
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
90s cartoon.
That's a
Oh yeah,
lot
there's
in between.
called.
a lot of people think that he was in a like that Buddha
In one of
Buddhist
those, in that
area.
prayer pod.
Well,
We can fill that with the training montage.
Did you say he made his hair grow inside out?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Some guy pissed him off, so instead of his hair coming out of his head, he had it grow into his brain.
Oh Jesus! So
Yeah.
he died. I'm assuming.
No.
Just
dumb.
Marvel's Star Wars
God.
Fanatic 6. You haven't seen Euphoria? Like all of the shows that
I
you
haven't seen
listed
Euphoria.
seems like you would be into Euphoria, or like you. Would
It also just seems like you don't have Max.
Yeah. What do you got? Just Netflix?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he's clearly
I've
got
never
Apple
seen
TV
Euphoria
Plus if he's
either.
watching Shrinking.
Well, let's see if we can get you.
I don't have Euphoria. I mean, I don't watch Euphoria, but I'm not into children or the idea of children.
Yeah,
or-
I too have not seen Euphoria.
Yeah, not my kind of show. But
So I agree with you that Stifler lit it on fire. I just remembered that's where we were at. I don't know.
Yes, Stifler. I think that he's
came
responsible.
all the way back. What show were we doing just then?
Yeah, we all loved Penguin. It was fucking amazing, and that's unfortunately where that dickhead clip keeps popping in from.
Yes, unfortunately.
Ugh.
But I don't know who keeps doing it. But Bill, where did you think of you're on the Sean William Scott train too, right?
I started the Sean William
That's
Scott
right.
train, sir.
I think American Pie did.
But get on it. Come on.
But Glory still has a secret.
I'm
to
driving
hide.
it. I'm not. Maybe I didn't start it, but I've been driving.
Lori still does have a secret to hide. Let's see what she has. What she'll explain in the next episode. Member for 9 months. 99 yards is handing out blessings in the chat.
Sending out blessings in the chat, y'all. Go ahead and collect them up. Yummy, 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 yummy. Get in my tummy. Members for 9 months. Damn, you'll be up in this bitch just chilling. You ain't even got to pay for it for 9 months. And you can re-up at any time because it's only 99 cents. So go ahead, link up with us right now, and you'll get plenty of stuff early. You'll get Doesn't Hold Up episodes early for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You'll get all the reviews early. Only thing you won't get early is this show.
I think that I can't gift individual people memberships.
Oh,
because I'm trying to get Marvel the membership, but there's no way to just give that out.
So just give it to random
Marvel,
people, or
Just give him your credit card number.
This bud is for you, Marvel. So grab up that membership if you can. Fifth Bantha's out here gifting them up too. So if y'all are watching on Twitter, you got to make sure you go over to YouTube.
Little Frothy going. Shit.
Little Frothy says shit. What you
I
talking
scoop up
about?
a membership.
I scoop up free money. What you talking about? That free money?
I also wanted to mention.
I was going way off topic, so please go.
I was going to mention earlier that we are going to be wrapping up Righteous Gemstones and Daredevil in a few weeks, but
it's a sad story.
Don't be sad when Marvel closes a door, Star Wars opens a window. That's right. Andor season 2 is going to be starting soon.
There's another show I got to binge. Last of Us season 2 as well.
Yes, that's right. Last of Us season 2 is right around the corner.
Right.
That's
When
coming out in a
HBO
few
closes a door, another door. When they close the doors to the church, the doors to sci-fi open.
HBO stays open.
Space Church, gotcha.
Open.
Space Church.
So I'm very excited to talk about that in the next coming weeks. But yeah, if you want to stick around the next few weeks while we talk more. And when we talk about just keep hanging out with us every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Righteous Gemstones ends on Star Wars Day.
Oh, wait, what's Star Wars Day? I always attributed to the day. What's
May
Star
the
Wars
4th, fool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
I
I'm
know
thinking
what
Star Trek
Wars
Day. I'm Star Trek Day in my brain. I don't know why.
What was
Man,
Star Trek Day, be?
It's too
Whack
early to
is
talk
what it
about
would
right now.
be.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
It would be.
I was thinking
whack as
First
hell.
Contact Day from Star Trek, like when the Vulcans first
Dookie.
arrived. I don't know whether that's where my head went, but yeah, May the 4th.
What year was that? Nope, not going up. No, I'm not starting this rabbit hole.
Marvel, it has been a lot of fun for us too, man. Thank you for showing up and kicking it with us. We'll be back here next Monday, every Monday at 8:15 p.m. Pacific time, and we're here every Thursday, 7:15 p.m. Pacific time. So I don't know what time that is for you, but p.m. Pacific times.
Yeah, that's
Can you look up the origins of Mook?
Origins of Mook?
I have before. It's not racist.
Okay.
Teen Gist. First of all, Vulcans landed in 2063, and also you want to tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs?
No.
Well, could you?
All right. You can always try and Skype Don Cheadle's driveway at littleDicky2.com. It's because of the hackers.
Hackers, yeah.
Fine. Jeff Madel on Facebook, at MadelJeff on Instagram. But as always, the easiest way is to just be here on a Monday night.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to keep track of him. He's usually here hanging out with us idiots. 9.
So if you're from Africa, why are you white?
Oh.
That being said, 9. Where can people find you?
That was not on purpose.
That was so perfect.
In Zimbabwe, motherfuckers. You can find me in 9 Nerd Yards. That's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky. We also have a Discord where we talk about a lot of different stuff. On the NerdsatNite channel, I just dropped a video for common side effects if you're interested in that show, or if you want to just get your feet wet in that one. And I got a couple more scripts working out right now, and that's going to be one of them days, and the studio, a new Seth Rogen show.
Oh, groovy.
Yeah. It's on Amazon, isn't it? Or Apple TV?
Apple TV. I feel like, Billy, you would really like that show.
Yeah, I just haven't. Apple TV has a big line of shows that are coming out right now that just don't fit in the wheelhouse of us covering stuff, really. I mean, this is borderline.
Give us more for all mankind.
Exactly. Gemstones is very borderline, not on the things that we should be covering, but it's funny, and we're going to do it anyway. And it's the last season, so everybody go fuck themselves.
Yeah, man, I can't wait till Foundation of For All Mankind come back, though. That'll be a very happy season for us here on the channel. But guys, thank you for listening to the Drug Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. But don't forget to like and subscribe to get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, Letterboxd, likewise, all the internet things.
Hit the button
at the Drunk Banthas.
at the bottom.
Until next time, stay
Just
safe.
hit all the
my
buttons to be safe.
little prayer pods, and may the force be with you.
Hit the buttons, goddamn.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.